Hello, everybody. Welcome back on this beautiful Monday. And look who I've got with me. I'm so happy to see Deborah.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
welcome back, Deborah. I'm glad you're
Thank
here.
you. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks
you're
for
most
having me.
welcome.
I appreciate it, Allie.
Of course, no problem. She's been very busy. She's been working with Marina and doing some of her own work on her channel with
Mhm.
near-death experience conversations, I guess is the
Yep,
best way to say it. Yeah.
absolutely. Yes.
And yeah, and she's going to be bringing more of that to her own channel. So make sure that
Mhm.
you go over to Deborah's channel and like and subscribe
Ah,
and click that little bell on there, and you'll know when she's going to be having a show and who's going to be on with her. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you for that
Yeah,
plug.
thank you. So Froxy Roxy's here, and Juanita and Samantha, thank you very much. And Froxy, I see you have a question up already, and
All
we'll
right.
we'll get to it, I promise.
I'm going to
Um,
write it down so I don't lose it.
okay. I'm going to be putting it up for you to see it when the time comes, but yeah, that's fine. You're putting a birth date down. Okay. 5/25,
25/48.
1948. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, she's got a 10 personal path. Yeah. Hi,
It
Karen
actually
Doyle.
goes down to a 1, but we'll
Goes
get
for one.
into that.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about numerology, and we can also do some tarot readings or whatever if you have any questions. I'm going to have Deborah tell you what she's going to be up to, and if you're interested, you can contact her. But we did already talk the last time she was on. We talked a lot about her process and how she got involved in this type of work. And so we're going to just have some fun today and sort of do some readings and discuss a few things. So yeah, so let's do that. And so I'm going to give you the floor, Deborah, and you can tell them
Okay.
a little bit about what you're hoping to accomplish with a class that you want to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Thank you so much. It's every time I go on, I get feedback saying that people really enjoy the numerology. There's a couple of schools of thought and everything like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but when I want to study something, I go and get a book or go on and take a lesson and stuff, but it doesn't. I'm so sorry about my dog.
Yeah.
I'm
Mine
so
do
sorry.
that sometimes too.
Oh gosh. So sorry. Can you hear me all right over it?
Yeah. Yeah.
His name is Race Car. And
Oh,
he gets the zoomies and
that's
silly
adorable.
the race car. Yes, that's you. So when I take a class, sometimes the information doesn't stick,
Mhm.
and but I have a plan. So it'll be an intensive about numerology. There's
Mhm.
It'll be open to only 5 people,
Mhm.
and it'll be at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But I figured out why people might not have the information stick, and it's because you have your own personal number, life path number. You
That's true.
filter information in a different, unique way. So everybody's going to get a chance to get on track with what the numbers mean through their eyes, and
Yep.
you'll walk away knowing so much that you can put it to use right away. And then
Sure.
after that, I'll have some Q&As that will be much
Practice
less
and
expensive. Yeah.
practices and stuff.
And
Yeah.
so I'm going to do a wait list so if you could just email me at Debra Zachau
All
at
one word.
yahoo.com or
Uh-huh.
gmail.com. You can go through my website at growyourlight.com or debrazachau.com. I'm really everywhere. I'm
You are.
hard to miss.
I've seen you everywhere. I
Yeah,
have.
I'm hard to get off your shoe. But
I love
wait,
it.
I have more.
I have
So
more.
I'm thinking just, to be honest, I'm about the price. I don't want to lure you in and get you all excited because I was thinking it was going to be more than this, but this is a beta controlled thing because I haven't done it.
Yep.
So it'd be like $100 for the immersive, for the intensive.
Okay.
And then once you have that, you can go out and probably make that
Make that
back,
money. Yeah.
make that back doing readings. So
Sure.
that's how I pointed out. So just get a hold of me in
It's
the
not bad,
subject or
Deborah.
whatever
It's
to
not a bad
say.
price. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've,
I'm excited about it.
yeah.
And I love teaching it.
That's good.
So
That's good.
I
Yes.
hope
So
everyone.
I did put up I put up growyourlight.com, and I put up Deborah's Yahoo
Yeah,
email. So if
yeah,
you're interested, at least in checking it out and finding out when she's going to hold it and so on, let her know. Yeah, send her an email.
yeah.
That's
And when you do contact me, just put in there what your time zone is, when a class would be convenient for you, because I want to be available to the people who are interested. And I'm on Pacific time, so
right, right.
just so we
But
know.
you also could do it on a Saturday, right? I mean, you could do it
I could do
on
it on
that
a
kind. Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
But Pacific time is we're so much younger than everybody.
I have to tell you, Deborah, I wonder what you think about this. My friend is here from New Hampshire. She's been here for almost 4 weeks. And she and I've always thought this, but now she thinks this: time goes slower on the West Coast.
Slower on the West. That's because this Pacific, the West coast is closer to heaven, I think. And that's why time flies
I
over
get
here.
it.
The East Coast goes a little slower because it's,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
No, it's funny because when I visit her, sometimes I'll get up and it will be already noon. Not that I get up at noon, but all of a sudden it's noon and then it's 5 and it's, where did the day go?
so you're saying it's
Yeah.
faster over there
It's
and
faster
slower over here?
Slower over here.
I got mixed up. We're still
Yeah.
closer to heaven.
Yeah.
But
It's all a matter of perception anyway, because it isn't any slower or faster, but we do start the day later.
It's fun to poke and jab at people just in fun.
Yeah. And we also call it the left coast, don't we? It's the left coast. If
The
you're
left
looking
coast.
at the map, we're on the left side of the map. If you're looking
And
at it, right?
I have something for you.
Okay.
So you're in Washington. So you say,
Yep.
where are you from? You say Washington. And you say DC. The person will say DC, and you'll say AC, above California.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yep. I usually end up saying state. I just say state, Washington State. If I don't, people are really confused.
That's why I like them confused, so I can make a joke.
Well, you'll laugh at this then. My parents, for many, many years, had a vanity plate that was their first initial, last initial for both of them. And it was AC and DC. And they started getting really weird looks. And so they had to change. Oh my God.
Left is best. Look at Karen Doyle. Left is best.
That's it. That's it. What can I say? I've lived on both, and I've lived in the middle and all these places in between, and I just feel the most comfortable here. I think it just depends on your soul, where your soul wants to be.
Yeah, exactly.
It really does. Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So I guess I'll go ahead and start with these two. There's two people that have put up numerology. You can put that up. That's fine. Or if you want a reading, then you can do that as well. So what I'm going to have is Deborah do that, and I'll pull a reading, just a regular reading for you while you're doing it, and so that I can contribute as well. All right.
Oh, good. Here we are. Okay, I just did that. Is that the correct?
A 7-year soul path. And a 10-year
you don't have it backwards, Foxy Roxy. Yeah, you're fine. I'll correct it when that happens.
Okay.
When it's my turn. Carol. Mm-hmm. So are you giving her a psychic reading first?
No, you go right ahead and do it if you're ready.
Because, I get so excited. I kind of talk over. I think I talk over people. I get so excited.
Doesn't bother me. It's okay.
Okay, good. I don't mean to be rude.
No, I know.
Okay, so Foxy Roxy, you always make if it's a 2-digit when you're doing your personal year, if it's a 2-digit, even if the other one, you make it into a 1-digit. So you're a 10. You said 10.
A 7-year soul path and a
Soul
10-year
path,
personal. Yeah.
personal path. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know the difference on how that
Oh,
works.
okay.
So, but I know that the 10 has to be reduced to a 1.
Yeah.
So there's different ways. I do if you're working with the birth date, I call it life path. So, so I would say you're a 7 life path for soul path. And that's how I'm going to read you, Foxy, is that way. And I got to tell you, you're one of the most psychic people on the planet. And that can work against you. I know so much, right? And
Yeah.
and some of the hardships you've gone through possibly could have been, when someone comes to you and say, boo-hoo, I made this choice, it didn't work out, and you would say, well, of course it wouldn't work out. It's like you would already know. But that makes it hard on family and friends.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the personal year is what I'm going to read for you. As you said, 10 personal path or personal year, that changes. It's only a 9-year cycle. So we reduce that to 1. This is a 1 personal year. You'll have a great 1 personal year, which means life is going to synchronize up some new things for you to try and taste. It's like a new buffet. But if you've carried anything from the last year that you should have let go of, then that kind of clouds up a 1 personal year. But for the most part, you'll be offered a bunch of stuff. Now, you being a 7, you might not be interested because you kind of like your alone time, your cocoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so very, very bright. So Foxy Roxy, I hope that
Hmm.
enlightens and you enjoy that. You're wonderful. So
That's great. Yeah.
what do you have
I
for
get
Foxy?
here. This is interesting. I get come to the edge. Look at this.
Oh,
Come to the edge.
perfect.
Ooh-wee. It's like you are on the brink of something, I'm feeling.
Mhm.
And there's your 1, right? There's your
That's your
1.
1.
You're on the brink of it and you're sort of floating and you're not even worried about being sort of over the edge. You know how if you have claustrophobia or you're afraid of heights, you don't want to get too close, but it's telling you to come. And it says that these will be your building blocks for what it is that you would like to have it happen in your life. And you're ready for it. And look, there's another
It's a
8 and
20.
2 is
Yeah,
10. And
10. Yeah. I
and it
love
says
this
here, you
stuff.
will be exchanging your gifts. So I'm feeling as though whatever your gifts are that you're developed or you are developing now, you're going to be doing some work with them. And maybe, a lot of psychics will say, I'll give you a reading, you give me a reading. You do that to share. But, I don't know if you're thinking about having a channel or not, but I think you've got, as Debra said, you've got the intuition, you've got everything
Mhm.
right there, all in front of you. And it's up to you. Do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want because you're ready for wherever it is. So, yeah,
But
that's
but
fabulous. All
hey,
right, let me get some
Roxy.
more people coming in here.
Oh, Pisces. Oh
Miss
no,
Carol D is here. I want to say hi to her. Pisces is a greeter, so she's a moderator. She does a lot of
Pisces.
moderating, and yeah,
Pisces.
Miss Tara D, Karen Trout, Victoria, and Kay Muldoon. Thank you. We'll get to you next coming up. All right, so we have Carol Lamb. She has an 8 life path, but an 8 personal year number last year. Birthday in July. Does the personal year change at birthday? Oh, we had this last time, or calendar year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good question.
It
So,
is.
yeah, so I'm I think a non-traditional numerologist, but the reason I do what I do is because it's simple and it works. The
Uh-huh.
second reason is because, the ascension, new world, new ways of thinking things. I don't use the old way of
Mm-hmm.
doing this, which is, I can teach that later. But what I do is one number after the other and then reduce. It's just
Okay.
simple.
Yeah.
Also, about the birthday and the calendar year, I go by the calendar year because I found if I went by the birthday and your numbers start then, numerology just isn't fun anymore. Simple.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
too complicated to
Too
try to
complicated.
even
Yeah.
explain it to someone. And I did put it to the test, and I found that doing a calendar year is understandable. You're psychic enough, you understand. You
Yeah.
can, this is what I'll be teaching you. You're able to course correct or do, put weight on
Mhm.
either side of things with your intuition. And so by a calendar year, that's the way I do it. It has worked for me successfully for a long time.
That's great.
And yeah, 8 life
That's
path.
wonderful.
Awesome,
What?
Carol.
Yeah, it is, Carol. Very
Is
nice.
that Carol? Is that your horse? Is that
She
you and
has
your
horses.
horse?
Yeah, she has horses. Yep. She has beautiful ones.
Beautiful.
Yep. So I got the yin card for you, Carol, which is the female. It's the vessel. If you can see that, we are the vessel. And so the yin card comes up for you. And it says here, to be fair. And look at this. It's kind of like balancing all these. This woman is, oh, it's Libra season coming up. Look at that. It's balancing. It's balancing the energies, which we're all dealing with right now, I think. I think we're all having some chaos and lack of sleep. And so it's very hard to, oh, but look, you got the 2 owls. You have a loyal heart.
Oh.
And I think you really do, Carol. Look at that. And it's a wise one because there's 2 owls on top of it. So you have a wise and loyal
And look,
heart.
it is a 35-8.
It's a 35-8. That's right. And that's right. Oh my God. That's been happening a lot, that the synchronicity of
Mhm.
the numbers. And, I love that. I
I do
love that.
too.
Yeah, that's
The
wonderful.
signs, the signs
Okay,
for
she
you.
says it's digital art of herself and Dakota, who is her
Oh,
apparently her horse.
oh,
So that's
her
very nice.
horse.
Hi,
It's
Sheila.
beautiful. Just
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Thank you,
Sheila.
Carol.
Yeah. Oh, her birthday's 7/22/59. So um that's Carol's. So I
59.
think some people have different numbers, that different configurations that come up, like you said, because we are reading in our own way and not necessarily in it. It's
Right.
the same thing with cards, don't you think, Deborah? It's
Oh,
like,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely. Because uh, you need the basics of the card, like the
right.
suit, the suit and everything. And
Mhm.
the two of swords will always mean the two of swords, always.
Right,
But
right,
it's what it's next to, what you're
right.
feeling. Also the way spirit communicates to me and many others, but they don't realize it, is through your history, through your
Mhm,
memories. So you're
mhm.
doing the cards and all of a sudden you remember yourself on a tricycle. I don't know why. I'm just making that up. But
Whatever comes through. Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
uh-huh,
part of the reading when you're in the
yeah.
zone. So,
No, it definitely is.
yeah,
Sometimes I'll notice a thing on a card that I'd never seen before, and that means it was important in that reading. And so, yes, I
exactly.
see that. I see that all the time. All right, so we
Exactly.
have Juanita. She would
I
just
want
like a
it.
regular reading,
Okay.
guides to angels or whatever you want to pull, and I'll pull
I
some.
like it.
Hi,
You know,
Cynthia. All right.
Juanita. So I
Hi, Mary
have,
Thornberry.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying hello to Mary Thornberry.
Oh,
I want to tell you, Sheila, Inquisitive Tarot, I'm glad you're here. And Deborah's looking for people to collaborate with. So you might want to give her a shout, and I'm sure she'd come on your show with you. So
yeah, oh, I
if I
love
see
that.
people here, I'm going to say it. So there you
Oh,
go.
thank you. I
All right.
appreciate
Sure thing. Yeah.
you're so sweet. Um, Juanita, the very first card out, whoops, is the Fool card. The fun thing,
Ah,
it's the best card, and I'll tell you why. It's in the deck, and nobody is supposed to be able to know what the blessing is that's coming in, but it's always good news. The reason no psychic should be able to predict what this blessing is that's coming in is because you need to meet it with a novice heart, with a child's heart. So very important. So you're not, no preconceived ideas. So I never get, I think, oh, a blessing's coming in. Everybody says, what is it? I said, no, it's the Fool. No one can know, but it always means good news. And your finances look quite nice with the Seven of Pentacles. Whoops. Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. And so it looks like the Seven of Wands, meaning defend your position. So in the next few days, if you feel a little bit like defending your position, but you're thinking maybe I should, maybe I'm not, do it. That's what Spirit is saying. Just say,
Okay.
this is my boundary.
This is
It'll
your
work
boundary.
well for you.
Don't be afraid of it, Juanita. That's right.
Yeah.
So Juanita, the first card I get is Unfinished Symphony. And I love this card because it says that you have within you, they say, don't die with the music still left in you. And so that's what I'm feeling. You have an unfinished symphony. So whatever it is that maybe that's what the Fool card is saying in Debra's. It's like, we're not going to tell you, but you've got the magic inside you, and you can take that magic and do something with it. But you have to figure it out, because we can't tell you, because you have to dig. You have to make it work for you. And they're saying that you're between two worlds right now. Maybe it's this new thing that's on its way in, and you're working through it and how you want to make it work for you. And finally, I got the soulmates, which Penguins made for life. I don't know if that means necessarily that you'll find a soulmate, but remember, soulmates can be friends. They can be animals. They can be, you could, and also it's important to love yourself, love your soul, because we are body and soul. So there you go. There you go. Thank you.
You know that's a wonderful message. And the one about the orchestra, don't die with the music inside of you or something.
Yeah.
It's almost, that adds pressure to someone saying, but I don't know what to do. I'm in between two worlds. What am I, I need to do something. The Fool card is reassuring you, saying, don't worry.
Don't worry.
The epiphany's coming, and you'll have the momentum, and you'll know exactly.
Right. You'll know exactly when the time is right. Yeah, we've got it set up for you. You just got to be aware and let it go, and then it will come in when the right. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad it resonated, sweetheart. Thank you. I want to say thank you to Valerie S. for your donation. That was so nice of you, my dear. Let us know if you would like to have a reading. I will tell you, I've got 10 people here. I got Karen Doyle, Kay Muldoon, Victoria, Karen Trout, Samantha, Cynthia, Mary, and Jessica Lynn. Okay. So I think that's probably, unless you have one, Valerie S., you're welcome to put it up. You've made a donation. That was so kind. Yeah. All right. A regular reading. Do you ever do a medium readings, Debra?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay. Well, she wants to hear from her mom, Ellie.
Mom, Ellie. Let me see if I can find her first, because sometimes they're ready and sometimes they're not. So you can go ahead and...
I will. So I have a beautiful new deck called The Beloved Dead. It just came out, and I'm finding it to be absolutely wonderful. It's really hit the nail on the head in some cases. So hopefully you're going to get the message. Let's see. Okay. So the first card I got is the Teacher. I don't know if you're a teacher, your mom was a teacher, or that the teachings that she gave to you and others in your family brought you to where you are on your own journey. So that might be something that you can think about, remembering that we are all each other's teachers. It doesn't have to be something that's, that you work in a school system or whatever, because we teach each other everything. You're never disconnected, she says. I get the feeling she's up there with a few others. I don't know who, brothers, maybe sisters. But she says, we're not disconnected. Don't you dare believe that. I'm right here with you. And you just have to say, come and see me. And finally, she says, stand tall when you're in the limelight. She says, because I'm there with you. It's like she's looking up to you for these two characters here. And look at the angelic influence in the background. I love the way they take these older pictures and they make them so interesting. So thank you, Karen.
Oh, great. So Karen, your mother did come through, and I don't know if your father's alive, but there is someone alive, older male, that is influencing your life in some way. The message she's giving me is somewhat, well, it's just real interesting. I'm going to share it right now. There's a few cards in a row that tell me that there's broken heart, regret and remorse. And I do believe, now stay with me here. When she passed, of course, we all go through a life review, and we feel about everything we eat, all of our decisions. We feel what we felt like there, but we also feel other people's challenges, what we cause, the stress we cause. She is saying to me that when she went through her life review, she saw places she could have done better, been better. And I say that because I've got a page card here. So this happened when you were much younger, and it's still sticking on her a bit. Stand tall, stand proud is again what I have with the Six of Wands, and that whatever is going through your life right now, there's an uptick in good fortune. I've got the Wheel of Fortune is what she's saying to me. Now, this interpretation, I feel, is through your mother saying, I adore you and I wish I could have done better. And it's still, I don't know how long ago she died, but it's still coming up. And that's the message I'm getting. And she's with you all the time. There was a time when she could have done something and she didn't, in a level of action, and she didn't. And that's what she's coming in saying, please forgive me.
Oh, oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well,
it makes me
thank
cry.
you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, dear.
I hope
It's
that
always
we're
nice to hear from the other side. That's beautiful.
yes,
That's beautiful.
yes.
All right. So
Oh,
Kay is a 7 life path, and she's got her birth date is 7/1/1961. And she says she's in a 6 personal year. So I'm going to let you work with
14,
that.
15, 6. Yeah, you are in a 6 personal year. So am I. And I got to tell you, it's been tough on me. Mainly because I have this, because 6 is a divine order kind of thing. Everything has to be kind of your way. but that's okay. That's okay, because you're a 7 life path. You're quiet about it. But it can be difficult when something minor happens and you sort of, it crushes you inside, or it makes you mad, and you can't shake it. You just can't shake it. That's the lesson for a 6 personal year. And you're doing really well. It's almost like, because I have the three of swords reversed.
Oh,
so
yep.
that tells me that you're in control of your emotions more than you believe.
Wow. That's
And
awesome.
I have something else here. Yeah. So, and I've got the 6 of Wands as well, which is being proud of what you're doing. People are actually watching you and learning from you. It could be the mailman. It could be, the kid next door. It could be someone in the grocery store seeing you with grace.
Wow.
And so you're teaching very,
Yeah.
very
We never
good.
know the influence we have on people unless they tell us. And so, a lot of times people don't, especially people we don't know, of course,
Right.
or we only meet
Right.
very briefly. But yeah,
Right.
that's wonderful, Kay. And I love your kitty cat. Oh my goodness. Thank you, dear. I have, there's no place like home.
Oh,
And look, it's tethered here. It's sort of tethered and like it would have been a birdhouse. But you know, all you need to do in order to get home is click those red ruby slippers together, and
right.
it's right at your fingertips. Dorothy never knew how easy it would have been until she got right to the end. But it says here, be happy and enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Enjoy what's coming for you, and yeah. And the last card I got is, I love it, Treasure Island. Treasure Island. And look, I think it's a turtle,
Oh yeah.
but it's got the box of gold on it and all the love and stars on it. So Treasure Island may be a place where things will come, but it's slow and steady.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's okay. If it comes in too fast, sometimes we don't really know how we're going to handle whatever it is. But if it comes slow and steady, then that's always the best way, because then you know you have enough for a rainy day as well. So there you go. Thank you
Good for
so
you.
much, Kay. Yeah. The questions are closed for those who are still asking, simply because we have a number of them here still to do. So thank
Okay.
you very much for being here. Any message regarding Victoria's health issues, wondering if she'll feel better soon? You're welcome. We will try to do this for you. We don't really do readings for people's medical, because we want you to go to the doctor, but we might be able to see around the energy.
That's how I do it too. Is
Yeah.
because if your energy is high vibration or good things are around, then you can just guarantee that your health is right behind that.
It's going to be, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
so you want to go
So
first?
here's what I get. I get courage. You're probably discouraged, Victoria. And if you are, you're going to have to turn that discouragement around and take the diss off and start to think courageously that, you can get through this. Look at the light. It's a lion full of light here. So you are the lion, and you can get through this, but make sure that you set your boundaries, because people can trod on us. And some of our health issues are caused by us feeling sort of scattered and fragmented and pulled apart by others. And then finally, look in the mirror and tell yourself every single day, I am happy, I am healthy, I am wise. Everything always works out for me.
I
Good
love
effort.
that message.
Yeah.
So I got the two of swords reversed, which means the movement is happening. Also, I've got the Wheel of Fortune, which means there's an uptick in good fortune around the corner. If you're not feeling it now, you will eventually. There's a couple of other cards that I just need to say. It's interesting because there's a thought, an assumption that is not good for you. And so as soon as you're able to look at that at a different perspective, I believe it will just change like practically overnight. And to give you a hint of what it is, I feel rather that you don't feel supported by others. And the other thing, I don't think you ask for this support.
Oh,
Of course.
okay. And
So
that's part of that is also setting boundaries. Yeah.
yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So also, well, setting boundaries, that would be like when I feel like if I want to ask someone a favor, I feel beholden, and I want
I
to,
understand.
and if you and just say
Yeah.
I don't have anything to give just yet, but I'd love for you to entertain the
Yeah.
thought that you could help me.
That's right.
So,
That's right. What can I
I don't
or
have a
what can I
card.
do for you? Let me know what I can do for you. But
Right,
sometimes we
exactly.
have to reach out and ask. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it doesn't always have to be a tit for tat, though. Sometimes
That's
some
right.
people, they can do it.
And what I do is I say, when someone says, "Oh, you're doing too much," or this, "No, can I pay you?" I say, "No, that takes the magic away." So
Oh,
enjoy
that's
that
so sweet. Yes,
one.
enjoy it. Um, all right,
Hi,
Victoria,
Cynthia.
take care of yourself, dear. So you can also set boundaries with yourself, Victoria. In other words, don't overwork. Don't today I'm going to clean the house and do the dishes and vacuum and do this and do that. Oh my God. And I'm exhausted at the end of the day. We can set boundaries with ourselves, not just other people, where we say, you know what, today I think I'll do the dishes, and maybe tomorrow I'll do the laundry. So we can do that too. That's
Yeah.
self-care. Yeah.
God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah. All right. So Karen is a number 6, she says, but she's also given me her birth date. So you can double check whether or
Yeah,
not
I'm
that
gonna
is.
double check.
Yeah. Yep.
1562. So you can go ahead and start with the
Okay,
cards while
let me
I
do
do
some
my
cards for you,
numbers.
Karen, because I'm not the numerology queen, but I do love it. I love numbers. Ooh. Wow. Now I did shuffle these. The first one I get, Karen, is poised. You are poised for something that's coming in. In other words, you're sort of on the crest of it or the cusp of it, and you're ready to walk through a door. You're ready to make a change. You're ready to go somewhere. I don't know what it is, but this you're poised. You're just moving towards it. Are you feeling very lonely? Because I got the orphaned card.
Oh.
And nobody wants to feel like the orphan, but sometimes we like to be sequestered and hermitized, I call it, but other times we feel like orphans, like we really want someone around. If you're feeling that way, I think it will pass, because you got the Treasure Island card too. And
Oh,
in this
wow.
case,
Cool.
I'm thinking, all the beauty that's coming to you. And I think you love to fish as well. So, it's all there for you. That whole body of water is out there. And it's still the turtle. So it's just slow and steady wins the race. But I think it's coming to you, Karen. It just might take a little longer. So there you go.
So this is why I like to add up the numbers the way I do, because here you are a master number 33. So that's the master builder. So if I had added it up the other way, you'd be a 6, which is fine. Nothing wrong with 6, but there's a pressure you've lived under. All master numbers, you have, this. You wake up in the morning feeling under the gun. I got to get something done. I've got to do something great, especially with you. I've got to build something. And so, but I can see 2023 has been so frustrating because it's a 4 for you. It's a 4 personal year. And that's when you button up and tie up loose ends. And the cycle of reward it doesn't feel like you're making progress. But let me tell you, the numbers start shifting closer to the end of the year. So you're going to feel a whole lot better and have a whole lot more freedom to roam around the cabin type of thing. A 5 personal year brings travel and fun and all that stuff. And so you're going to feel better the closer you get to the end of the year. But master number 33, you might want to go online and say, who am I? What does this mean in numerology? And learn about your beautiful self, because you learn as if you're going to teach. But right now you don't have students, but they are gathering. There we are. They are gathering.
She thinks that's pretty good. And Karen, your birthday is next Friday, or this Friday, the 15th, right?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, my dear. And I hope your birthday is wonderful. Enjoy it. And many blessings. All right. Okay. Very nice. So Samantha would like a message. Her birthday is 7/15/1980.
You go first.
Okay. Cynthia Smith, if you're here, could you put up your birth date, if you wouldn't mind, so that she can just double check the way she does. She adds up, and I will let her know, because you're next. All right. Oh, my goodness. Honestly, I do shuffle every time. So you're poised for something as well. Look at that. You're right on the edge of something. We're going through this time right now that's just really chaotic and tiring and everything else. And we're working ourselves against a planetary retrograde in 7 planets. And so I think we're all poised for those to turn around and make things better for us. But it says to be in the here and the now. Don't think too much ahead. Don't think about the past. Think about now. Be present in this moment. And I love this one. Oh my God. It says, truth be told, live your truth, so that you can say later, I did live my truth. I lived my authentic life. So there you go.
Yeah. Awesome. Samantha, you know what I have? I have you having a too personal year, meaning that this was the year to learn how to communicate differently. And there's been bumps and misunderstandings and all of that. The too personal is kind of tough, but you're a 4 life path, meaning that you need to have a sense of security, which you do actually. Right. This is how the cards work. Okay, here. I've got the 4 of Wands, which means happy, steady, solid ground. And then right after it is the reverse 5 of Pentacles. So let me give you a little hint about the 5 of fives. They're only fives. The 5 of Pentacles means that you might have overspent on Amazon. And say,
Are you sure you're not reading for me? Because that's me.
Yeah, me too. I just went on a binge. But it's nothing you can't recover from. So don't be hard on yourself. You would be hard on yourself because you're a 4 and you think, I should be save and this and that. And it looks like you're thinking outside the box with traditional. This is the Hierophant reverse, meaning that you kind of throw away the rule book on traditional religion and how people think, because that will free yourself up to think different and be different in the world. So congratulations, Samantha.
Yeah.
Cool
Oh my
number.
goodness, that's fabulous. Thank you. I'm going to skip over Cynthia until I can get a birth date. So if you're here, Cynthia, please put it up. I'm just gonna I'll keep your question, but right now
Mary.
I'd like to have the date if you could give it to me. But Mary Thornberry would like a few cards. And Deborah, I won the cards and received them the other day. Isn't that nice?
Yay, I know. I remember that name.
Yes.
Congratulations. Let me know if you get confused with them and want to do more with them. I think everybody's a reader and advisor.
I agree.
Who's on this panel.
I totally agree. I do. Hi, Craig Dixon. I see you. And hello to Debbie No and Amanda and Hilda. Hilda, we'll see if we can do something. Your birthday's tomorrow, then I think maybe you might want to be read. So a few cards for Mary. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Mary, I get the TikTok. Time is moving on. I don't see it as an ominous sign because time is relative. And we just talked about it in the beginning that, time seems to speed up in some places and not in others. She's in Ohio, so I know that she's on the east side of the Mississippi. So yeah, so there you go, Mary. And then I get message in a bottle. You may be getting a message from an unknown person, or anytime you get a message, make sure you read it. And even if it doesn't seem to resonate, there it is. I have to tell you what happened to me. I had a neighbor tell me that there was a bobcat in my neighborhood. So we talked about the bobcat and everything on the show. And then I get an email the next day, and this lady says, I'm a comic book writer, and I have my own comic book company, and I'd love to work with you for some reason. I don't know why, because I don't do comic books, but she's Bobcat Comic Books.
Stop it. Oh my God.
I said, oh my, you can't make that up. It wasn't any other, wasn't weasel, or it wasn't a deer, or, But
and
Mary,
you
yeah,
go ahead.
Mary, you have a very deep knowing. Trust that deep knowing. And look at this. You got the beautiful, beautiful horned owl on this one. You are a very wise woman who has very deep knowing, and trust your instincts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mary. That bobcat story, you could go weeks and weeks and not even say the word or hear the word or see the.
I haven't said that word in years. I know.
So, right along with you, I've changed decks here. I'm looking at the angel. Oh, shoot. The angel is coming, and that's always a nice message. And that's the message that you had. Now, the next two cards are quite interesting. I've got the bee, which is hard work.
Oh, yeah.
But it's backed up with the hamburger. Convenience.
She wants convenience. Yeah.
But the thing is that if you're doing hard work, you can go ahead and have that, take the shortcuts. You'll be fine.
Yep, that's fine. For sure. Mary says so many So many songs on my message in a bottle. There you go.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. And
yes.
Sonia said her deck is coming tonight, she thinks. So that's
Oh,
wonderful. All
good,
right.
good.
And Joan got hers. Joan Baker got her card. Your
Yeah.
cards
Now, if
today.
anybody doesn't get theirs, you need to contact me because I'm not the
Mhm.
most organized. Please
No,
forgive
but
me.
you're the woman with the happy mail this week.
Yes.
People love to get happy mail, right?
Yeah, that's
No
true.
electric bill or anything like that. Just happy mail.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's right.
All right. Jessica Lynn. Sure, we can do some cards for
Sure.
you. Yeah. All right. Mhm. Wow.
Mm.
What's going on, Jessica? I see regeneration. Something is being you know what they say when you rejuvenate, regenerate, everything in the neck, Mercury in retrograde, those words. So you are doing some kind of regeneration.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's a perfect time to be doing it. You have, we're still in this till the 14th or so. And it says here that you are in the midst of a never-ending story, which is a wonderful thing to be. Look at it's a 1, a 7 and a 3 is a 1, but it looks like you may be kind of tired of it, the way that she's sort of holding her head and going like this. But I think it has a message for you, and it has to do with the regeneration, and it's bringing you to be more of your feminine side. You are the vessel again. You got the yin. So yes. And it's interesting that the number is 2, which is partnership, but the
Mhm.
yin here. So maybe it's integrating more of your yin into your yin and yang balance. Yeah.
Isn't that something? Because I have the women coming in with temperance and strength. Strength
Yeah.
is grace under pressure. That's your goal, is to appear graceful even though things are kind of crashing down, which is noble. I think that keeps you on track. The temperance
Uh-huh.
did come in reversed, which tells me that you may be, so I'm going to choose my words, you may be triggered by other people's stuff
Mm-hmm.
and want to lunge at the neck and
Uh-oh.
finally crack.
Yeah.
But that's before you have this reading.
Okay.
So just understand.
Beware. Right.
That's right. Don't get into conversations with sharp edges. That's
Yeah.
all.
There you
Just
go.
for the next couple days, just go for the next couple days or so and just be mindful of that. But everything looks quite nice around you, other than
Awesome.
that impulse to grab someone's neck.
Some people you'd like to throttle them, but then you think,
That's
you
right.
don't want to do that. I am a
Yeah.
spiritual person after all. Okay.
Me too.
Oh, so
Didn't realize.
Valerie S says she didn't
Oh,
realize
good.
it was also numerology, and her birthday is August 27th, 73. Oh, Valerie, that's a great year. I graduated from high school that year. That's wonderful. All right, so I'll give you the reading part of it. I see a change in the wind. Ooh, something's happening. Look at this. They got a whole building on top of a zebra. I mean, it's not a horse. It's not. It's crazy, but some changes are coming your way. The changes in the wind. They want you to be flexible, because whatever is going to happen, you have to be more flexible in order to get through it. But enjoy what the fates have in store for you, my dear. Look at that. It's magic. Look at the stars. The fates have everything in store for you. So it looks like it's going to be a nice thing.
Yeah, that is exactly what I have here, because you're you're having a 6 personal year, which means divine order,
Uh-huh.
and you're a 1 life path. So the 1 life path is this year could be hard on you because, and this is no fault, this is how you came into the world, but 1 life paths need to have the world mirror back who they are. And a lot of times people will take that for real. Like
Yeah.
whatever's going in front of them must be because I'm not looking good today, or I'm not kind enough, or whatever. You betray yourself
Mhm.
at that. So that's just something you've worked on all your life. I'm sure you've done well because you've got the 3 and the 7, which means creativity and spiritual work. So
Mhm.
all of that is coming in, but I see really good things for you in this year. And when it goes into the 7 personal year, hold on to your hat, because you're going to start getting messages, just like what Allie was explaining, Bobcat and this and that. All these, you're going to see some
Those
really
are
cool
silly,
stuff
but
happening.
they are a message, aren't they? It's like the
Exactly
universe is
right.
listening. Yeah.
Exactly
Or
right.
maybe it's Alexa, because I always get the ads when I'm talking about something, and the next day all the ads come
That's
on.
spooky. There was a movie I watched recently where this couple goes away and gives up all their electronics. That was, they were unplugging. So they walk into the cabin and they say, Alexa, Siri? There's no response because
There's
there's no,
nobody there. Yeah.
they're checking to see if anyone's there.
Yeah. Oh my.
Crazy.
Yeah, we get used to our things, don't we? Yep. Yep, definitely. All right. So I'm going to go to Hilda, because Hilda has a birthday tomorrow. But Hilda, I don't have the year. Could you put the year up,
That's
honey?
okay. We can do a personal year.
You can do it a personal year. Okay. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
personal year. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Never mind, honey. She can
That's
do it.
right.
Yeah.
But it's
Happy
also
birthday,
a
Hilda.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah. A
So
lot of
this
Virgos
year,
here.
2023 is just double checking, is the one personal year. So you might be kind of exhausted or something about all the new things you think you should do. And but it's a really, really good year for you. And I do have the Empress card.
Mm-hmm.
The Empress card, which means Mother Nature, Kumbaya, let me help my neighbor, let me help my community. And then I have the Ten of Wands, which means taking on too much. So there you have it. They
Okay.
are watching.
Yes.
So
Yes,
God
yes,
bless you.
yes. Don't take
Yeah,
on too much, Hilda. Yeah.
that's
I
right.
get that you're going to be happy on your birthday. So enjoy it. Look at this. You're lifting off the ground. You're just so happy. And there's your balloons.
I
And
love that.
that's fabulous. And then a one card could be considered a new life. Really,
Yeah.
it's a beginning. It's a new beginning again. So look, she's just stretching. She's waking up to a new day. So that's what you're going to be doing. And trust the fates, whatever it is that you need to do, but don't let anybody walk on you. Yeah, don't let anybody walk on you, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
dear.
Hilda.
Yeah. Miss Brazil, 8/22/1955. I believe I'm a 5, she says. Happy past birthday, Miss Brazil. Thank you, Sharon Sipe. Thank you, Miss Moonlight, too.
You are a 5.
She is a
You
5.
are a 5, and you have another one personal year. Now, isn't this funny? We have a run on one personal year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a 5, you are an amazing soul, Miss Brazil. And I love it that you have that name, that screen name, because that's what 5s do. They travel, they're big and bold. And I think that's just great. And I do have new love for you.
Oh,
New love. And
wow.
for your one personal year. So, oh man, it's followed up by the 10 of Cups. This doesn't get better. The one
That's very true. Yeah.
Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups and everything in between. Everything's coming up roses. Whether it's not right now, just sit back, have a beer. It's coming.
Hey, did you know I read something today that I never knew before? Do you know that the word bar, like you're going into a bar to have a drink,
Yeah.
that it's just an acronym? It means beer and ale. No,
And there's an R. What
yeah.
would the R be?
Oh,
It's not spirits.
darn it.
It's
I don't know, but it's supposed to mean like beer and drinks. But I don't know what the R
what's
is.
that?
But I heard that
I
today.
like
I never knew that. I didn't know that.
mind your P's and Q's. That's
Mind your P's
pints
and
and
Q's.
quarts. Pints and quarts. It's a beer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, Miss Brazil, be here and now. No more going back. No more thinking forward just yet. Enjoy the present. That might be the new love that's coming into your life that you have to be aware of when they come in. It says here to be fair and balanced. Again, fair and balanced is good. And I get that you may come to a fork in the road. And I love this little critter here. They don't know which way to go. Do I go left or do I go right? So maybe just remember that I'm going to add in a little bit of what's his name, Robert Frost, the road less traveled. I'd go on the one that was less traveled by. So,
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, and I do want to add one thing. I do want to add one thing. Whenever you get an ace of cups, it just means if you're with someone, it means a deepening of that situation or that relationship. If you're not with someone, that means you might meet someone new. So, but it can also point to something new starting that you're passionate about. So that's what I wish for you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Charlie says it's beer and refreshments. I love it. That's what a bar is. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah. You just never know. You say these things for X amount of years and you don't even know, like you did with the P's and Q's, the same thing. Yeah.
P's and Q's.
P's and Q's. All right. So we have Cynthia Smith. If you are here, please let me know. I wanted your birthday, at least the day and date, month and date. If you're not here, that's fine. But
did you want numerology or just a reading?
I think that Amanda would like numerology on.
I thought Cynthia.
Yeah,
I was thinking about
Cynthia. I don't think she's still here. So if she shows up, though, we'll read for her. All right. Hi, Marilla.
Cynthia is very intuitive, and she's been studying. I think she's been studying that, which reminds her of her divine gifts. It's not like you're discovering; it's like you're remembering.
Yep. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, wow. It's a birthday read. Gosh, that's great. Yeah. So you are having a 2 personal year, just like what I had mentioned before, some of the communications that you've always relied upon, because being a 5, life path number, you have mastered communication. But when there's blessings and there's lessons, and the lesson for 2023 is to say things a different way so your message goes farther. And I'm sure you've mastered it being a 5. So buckle up, because next year, starting even November-ish, you're going to get this vibe of creativity.
Ooh.
And so not only just creativity, it'll also be backed up with the momentum to get up and do it. And it'll be done well in the first draft.
Cool.
That's the cool part about it. And I have you now with the 7 of Cups, which can be not having your feet on the ground, which is fine. It's kind of our a spiritual escapism a little bit. Not every
Mhm.
idea is based in reality or viable, but
Mhm.
it'll all clear up, sister.
Wow.
Several weeks. So
Yeah. And I'm going to
oh,
see her tomorrow. She's coming tomorrow to meet us at the park. So I'm looking forward to it,
yay.
dear.
So she's a
Yes.
Seattle girl.
Yes, she is. So I get why. So sometimes you're asking why, but look, it's a book with wings on it. So it's like you've been studying and studying and studying for something. And you're enjoying it, but it's taking you to other places. And so you're asking why questions, and there's nothing wrong with why questions. But they do want you to take time for a nap.
Maybe at the park.
Yes, because there's a change in the wind. So you're going to have a big change coming up, Amanda. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Wow. Um,
Congratulations. Thank
I
you,
have
Amanda.
to put this up because our Charlie C. Sage of Fire is going to be 70. And that's
God.
a milestone year for you, Charlie.
Yeah.
So let's see what she has to say about that. That's wonderful. I know it's not that it's a little bit far away, but not too far away. Yeah.
I have to always use my phone or a calculator because I can't do numbers
I
and be.
understand. No, I get it. Uh-huh. Wow.
Wow, I love you. So a
It's a Sag,
three-person,
right? He's a Sag. Yeah. Sagittarius. Yeah, I think so.
I don't
Yeah.
know
Uh-huh.
astrology, but
Oh, okay.
three life path number means that you've always been kind of creative to a point where you could get into kind of some trouble, and
Uh-huh.
weasel things out and tease things out just fine.
Yeah.
But this 2023 is your one personal year. And listen to this. Few people are two personal year, but got the one personal year, which means that collaboration next year, the end of this year into next year, is going to happen. This collaboration is going to happen. I don't care
Mhm.
how much of a hermit you might feel like doing, it's going to happen. And forewarned is forearmed. You're going to be misunderstood,
Mhm.
but just let it roll. Just
Yep.
let it roll. And with a smile, just laugh it off. Just say,
Oh,
oh,
that's
that's not what I
wonderful.
meant. And you know that. Little
Uh-huh.
mystery. So
Uh,
enjoy. Happy
yes, do
birthday.
enjoy. It is a milestone year for you. And 70 is the new 50 or maybe even
Yeah,
45. I don't know. We're
I
living longer. But
absolutely.
congratulations. I have here that you've got a lot of building blocks that you've been putting together. You're a hard worker. And you
Mhm.
have been building these blocks, building these ideas or whatever it is for years and years and years. And it's you have that under your belt, so to speak. Now, bask in the serendipity of the times. I mean, serendipity is when things just come together and you just say to yourself, wow, this is just fabulous. I didn't, you go somewhere and you say to yourself, oh, I've been there 100 times, but this time it's different and it's special and you remember it. And finally, it says, to be fair to yourself, make sure you balance out everything. But if you're going into a 2 year, there you go. You might be balancing it out with a type of partnership and maybe
That's right.
integrating the information, both the building blocks and the
Mm,
serendipity to make it a great year. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
that
That's
perfect
just,
life
that's
is
wonderful.
yours.
Yeah. All right. So we got one more for the day. Because we've been on here a little over an hour, and so I'm going to have Joan Baker. We're going to look at her birthday is October 10th, 1955. She is drawn to the Victorian era, and maybe that's a past life. And I have to say, Joan, I'm a Libra. Mine's 9/29/55, so I'm just a little tad bit older than you. And I love Victorian history, Victorian literature, and I do honestly believe I was also drawn had a lifetime then. So maybe you and I knew each other. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I've got you as a master number 22, and which
Wow.
means you carry in a lot of things, but that's not all. It's like a 9 personal year, meaning that you need to weed out what just isn't working for you, but it brings also the wisdom of that whole cycle. So as far as past life stuff, people, I can't see where you're at with that unless I could have permission with the Akashic records, and it's this big thing that I have to do. But I had John Davis on Near Death Experiencer, and he said that when he was in heaven, that there's a place you can go that can actually look at the people of that era and understand what their decision making skills, their choices. Oh, it's a fabulous interview. If you'd like to see it, it's on my site. But I think if you entertain a thought about that, because I think that's going to be a portal to more information about Victorian years. And I also see, oh my gosh, I'm all excited. So there is an author that wrote 7 novels from the Victorian era, because as she sat down to write in longhand the first chapter, her kitchen became inundated with the characters of her stories. Literally, she played this one song and they just marched right in. Mm-hmm. And so that's how she worked. And when I say a portal way, it's like that. You just entertain the thought of something and then you move into it and you automatically get the information. So bravo. Good for you.
Mm-hmm. That is wonderful. I want to say hi to you, Chaley. I don't know if you're still here. I'm sorry nobody acknowledged you and said hello to you. My apologies. If I typed a hello, which I tend to do with people on my channel, you wouldn't have been able to see it because you're in on Debra's channel. So I'm sorry. I hope that you understand, and I apologize to you. Thank you. Thank you, Marilla. So I get Joan. It's look at this, time for a nap. I don't know why all of us need it, but I say it's the most delicious thing we could probably have at our age anyway. You're going to have a happy birthday. It looks like it's not that far off. Enjoy it, my dear. And it says here that you have become very attached to a higher power, whatever that higher power is. And if you truly believe you were in a Victorian lifetime, I believe you were, because I think we're drawn to the lifetimes that, the times and the events and things that we feel most compatible with. So I think it's pretty awesome. And so it would be very interesting to know, what you saw or what you did. I've got some things I'm going to start posting on shorts, and it's some of the things I learned when I was in my grad school years, just little tidbits of things, and they're kind of fun, kind of like that bar, beer,
I love that.
beer and refreshments. Anyway.
I love that.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We had a wonderful time. Thank you, Sharon, and other moderators and everybody for being here. Debra, of course, thank you. Make sure that you do know that Debra has has collaborated on a Clarity Tarot deck.
Thank you.
And that she is offering the numerology class, she said, for $100. But she's taking only 5 people. So if you're interested, please write to her at Debra Zachau at Yahoo, DEBR, or go to growyourlight.com.
Grow Your Light, my website and everything. But tell me what time zone you're in and what days are good, so I don't just, do the wrong thing.
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Debra, and please come back and see us again.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always
You're
fun.
Welcome, honey.
Bye, everyone.